Good morning, students. Once again, welcome you all to my class. Students, this is my third video of the same chapter. The name of the chapter is Footprints Without Feet. Chapter number 5 of your English supplementary book of Standard 10. Students, in my two previous videos, I hope you have seen part 1 and part 2. You must have gone through those two videos at first, then come to this video, and this is part 3 of the same chapter, Footprints Without Feet. Students, in this video, I am trying my level best to complete the chapter so that you can understand with these 3 videos the complete story. In my last video, we have completed up to the scene where Mrs. Hall and Mr. Hall were in panic, were in fear of ghost. They believed that the room was haunted and they were driven away by the ghost. So the flying chair pushed them out of the room and shut the door forcefully. What happened next? See. Mrs. Hall almost fell down the stairs in hysterics. Hysterics means like in fear, in panic. She was convinced that the room was haunted by spirits and that the stranger had somehow caused these to enter into her furniture. She thought that there was a ghost and that stranger was the man who brought the ghost in the room. My poor mother used to sit in that chair, she moaned. To think it should rise up against me now. She was in panic and she was in grief. She thought, Mrs. Hall thought that the chair that pushed her out of the room, it was her mother's chair and her mother used to sit in that, and the same chair now was beating her. Wasn't it amazing? Wasn't it very bad for her? So she was in grief. She was sad. The feeling among the neighbors was that the trouble was caused by witchcraft. The neighbors, they thought that it was the activity of a witchcraft, means a chudel. But witchcraft or not, when news of the burglary at the clergyman's house became known, the strange scientist was strongly suspected of having had a hand in it. Suspicion grew even stronger when he suddenly produced some ready cash, though he had admitted not long before that he had no money. The villagers, the other people, even Mr. Hall, Mrs. Hall, they all started blaming this man or started suspecting this man. Why? Because this man a few days before told that he had no cash. He had no cash and suddenly he gave the full amount. How was it possible? And perhaps means the villagers and Mr. Hall, Mrs. Hall, they all started thinking perhaps this stranger, this man had stolen money from clergyman's home and he is the man who brought spirit, the evil, the ghost in the house. He was the man. He was suspected by all villagers. The village constable was secretly sent for. Instead of waiting for the constable, Mrs. Hall went to the scientist who had somehow mysteriously appeared from his empty bedroom. So village constable was secretly called. But before arrival of the constable, he could not resist his curiosity. See, Mrs. Hall could not resist his curiosity and went to the scientist's room, where she found that scientist who was not in the room suddenly came out from the same room. How was it possible? She became very curious. I want to know what you have been doing to my chair upstairs, she demanded. And I want to know how it is you came out of the empty room and how you entered a locked room. She was very curious because the room was locked. He was not there. Suddenly he came out from the same room. So she started asking, she started demanding so many answers. The scientist was always quick-tempered. Now he became furious. The scientist was very quick-tempered, means someone who gets angry very fast. But this time he became very furious, means very, very angry because of the questions of Mrs. Hall. You don't understand who or what I am, he shouted. He shouted what he said. You don't understand who or what I am. Very well, I will show you. Suddenly, he threw off bandages, whiskers, spectacles, and even nose. It took him only a minute to do this. The horrified people in the bar found themselves staring at the headless man. What he did now? To show his reality in his invisibility, he started taking off his all clothes, bandages, hat, everything that he put on. Mr. Jeffers, and what he means, Mrs. Hall means was in panic, was in fear. Why? Because she found in front of her eyes a headless man. A headless man. When he just took off his bandage, hat, so she found a man without head. It was horrifying for her. Mr. Jeffers, the constable, now arrived. The constable name was Mr. Jeffers. He arrived and was quite surprised to find that he had to arrest a man without a head. But Jaffer was not easily prevented by doing this, from doing his duty. If a magistrate's warrant ordered a person's arrest, then that man had to be arrested with or without his head. But he was very professional. Mr. Jaffer, the constable, was very professional. Though there was an order of the magistrate, he had to arrest the thief, though the thief had head or not. There followed a remarkable scene as the policeman tried to get hold of a man who was becoming more and more invisible as they threw off the garments one after another. Finally, a shirt flew into the air and the constable found himself struggling with someone he could not see at all. So, when Constable Jaffer wanted to arrest a thief without head, the thief, means the invisible man, started escaping from there, and he started putting off his all clothes. And as he was putting off his clothes, he started becoming more and more invisible. Finally, he threw his shirt and became totally invisible. Mr. Jaffer was struggling to hold this invisible man. and shouting, means because the man whom he was trying to catch was totally invisible. Some people tried to help him. Some people means villager, Mr. Hall, Mrs. Hall, clergyman and his wife, they all were there and they all were trying to help the constable Mr. Jaffer to hold, to catch this man, invisible man. But it was very difficult for all because he was totally invisible, but found himself hit by blows that seemed to come from nowhere. And what happened next? When means the man was totally invisible, he started beating them. He started beating them with his hand, and no one could understand where the hand come from. Means the people were being beaten by this invisible man, and no one could understand where from the hand was coming, the fist was coming. In the end, Jafar was knocked unconscious as he made a last attempt to hold on to the unseen scientist. And finally, the constable, Mr. Jafar, was knocked very tightly and he was unconscious. He went unconscious. The Jafar constable went unconscious. There were nervous, excited cries of hold him, hold him. Everyone started shouting, hold him, hold that man, hold him, hold him. But this was easier said than done. It means it was very easy to say hold him, but very difficult to catch him because he was totally invisible. How was it possible for the people to catch him? Catch the invisible person. Griffin had shaken himself free and no one knew where to lay hands on him. Finally, this invisible man, the scientist, the bad scientist, Mr. Griffin, finally somehow managed to free him and escaped from there. So students, here we come to end of the chapter, and we come to know at the end of this chapter that Mr. Griffin, the bad scientist who discovered to become invisible, finally freed him from the people and again vanished. No one knew where he had gone. So students, in this chapter we have completed chapter 5 of your English supplementary book, Footprints without feet. So students, we have completed this chapter with 3 videos. Don't forget to watch my all videos sequentially. Part 1, part 2, then part 3. I hope you will understand my videos and the proper concept of the story. Thank you very much. Bye.